for the spiritual people out there, if you want to leave this slave owner colonization system that be govern us human citizens, try to tell us to be civilized and all this bullshit that these European slave owners tell us to do, and all these reptilian energy vampire Nephilim draconian demons want us human citizens to do, man. All you spiritual people, if you want to move off grid, off of this planet, like if you want to team up with me to move off grid, let me know in the comments below. I was talking with Sarah Buck because she got Native Indians in her family. You know, a lot of Native Indians, they moved off grid ever since they got colonized in USA, right? They changed the quote unquote North America continent and the slave owners of Europe, of Norway and Finland, and all these racist slave owners, they called North America USA. We need to just move off grid. A lot of us Africans and Caribbeans, we need to move off grid too and follow suit with these Native Indians. Because I never met a Native Indian person in my life. I only seen pictures of them. And look, man, all of these famous melanated people like the Lil Durks of the world, the Babies and J. Cole's, they support white supremacy. These famous people, they haven't moved off grid. So you tell me these famous people are quote unquote spiritual people. These judges are spiritual people. These cops are spiritual people. No, the fuck they are not. They support white supremacy. White supremacy started with the damn cop industry. And us and you know us Native Indians and Caribbeans and African people, those three ethnic group of people, we hate fucking judges. We hate cops. We hate anything that deals with patriots, colonels, commanders. We hate anything that deals with slavery teachers, man. These fucking colonizers has stepped foot on a lot of melanated people's countries and like told us we need to be civilized and shit. We can't do our African dances. We can't be some fucking workout gurus and shit, because that's why these Europeans hate melanated people, especially in a place like Louisiana. You know the Europeans in Louisiana, they hate melanated people that fucking works out, man. Like, look, man, I'll tell you this. Me growing up in the Western countries, in the regions of United Kingdom, Canada, and USA, a lot of these racist Europeans be looking at me like, man, he need to take his South African ass back to an African country. Like, shit, like, I would not fucking miss the Western countries. And besides, the Western countries are not family oriented anyway. A lot of us spiritual people that are melanated skin, that could be Caribbeans or African ethnicity. And then we got these other people called the Native Indians, like the Navajos and all that. Bro, we get treated like shit in the Western countries by these fucking white collar, generational disconnect, snobby ass colonizers, man. Like, come on, man. Like, I'll be the first to tell you, I fucking hate the Western countries because there's so much white supremacy, so much discrimination against Africans and Caribbeans. You can kiss my ass if you disagree. All you people on TikTok know this shit. So it's like, yo, I need to move off grid. For all you people that are spiritual people, I don't give a fuck if you look European. I don't give a fuck if you look Middle Eastern, Asian, Polynesian, Native Indian, African, Caribbean. I don't care if you mix of all of this shit. If you a spiritual person, you want to move off grid with me, let me know in the comments. Hit me up in the inbox and we can like find a place off grid together so we don't got to deal with this bullshit with this white supremacy matrix for real. Because it's too many colonized minded people on this earth. And that's the reason why that's the reason why a lot of these human looking people, these human like creatures that you see that's not connected with Mother Nature, man, they're so fucking disconnected, man. It's a damn nuisance. And it gets worse in the 2020 era. I'm gonna tell you all this, man. I wish I had grew up in the 1980s and 1990s in the African and Caribbean countries. Those were like the best times on this earth. The 1980s and 1990s, man, African countries and Caribbean countries were fucking lit. They were fucking beautiful, yo. Like, I would have enjoyed, my dark skinned ass would have enjoyed it in the Caribbean and African countries, yo. But my dark skinned African ass had to put up with colorism, oppression, with melanated people that just have a colonizer mindset, and I deal with these fucking racist Europeans on a daily basis in the Western countries. So we know that shit, man. This is fucking ridiculous. This is the reason why I want to move off grid. Cause I'm sick of being around these Western country influence minded people that are a bunch of fucking NPC zombies, man. And all the spiritual people that are not off grid, they're in the African countries, in the Caribbeans. Because when we think of spiritual people, we think of people in the African regions, Caribbeans. I'm pretty sure there are some spiritual people that's in Europe, that's in Asia, that's in Middle East. Man, if you're a spiritual person, you want to move off grid and you sick of all this shit about seeking money validation to like pay for things just to have things on a planet that's home for human citizens. Link up with me in the inbox, comment down below you want to be in a group chat of moving off grid. We need to do this shit because I'm sick of all this patriot, colonel, commander, fucking slave owner, white supremacy bullshit that happened on this damn planet, man. I'm the only relative that's speaking about this. Now, as far as my African relatives and my relatives that's in the African countries and the Caribbeans, they're probably speaking about this. I just haven't met them yet, man. This shit is bullshit, yo. And this shit is ultimate bullshit. And you know what saying this is ultimate bullshit is in Angola? It really means Kwame Shime Falenshi. This is ultimate bullshit, man. So like we spiritual people, no matter what ethnicity you look like, we need to move off grid. We are just something of the omni traversal realms. We spiritual people are of the omni traversal realms, man. We are not of this damn NPC zombie matrix, because white supremacy slave owners, they be like, well, let's go colonize planet Earth and fucking tell human citizens to be civilized. You know, we're going to strip a lot of melanated people to not know their African culture, not know their Caribbean culture, man. Because look, man, I grew up around people that never taught me African dances, never taught me Caribbean dances, never taught me anything about African and Caribbean culture, man. I had to learn this stuff on my own, yo. Like, come on, do you know how hard it is for a dark-skinned African Caribbean mixed person? Because my biological father, he was Caribbean ethnicity, right? My mother, she's like African ethnicity. She's Zambian. The country of Zambia is spelled Zambia. My biological father, he was half St. Lucian, Trinidadian, Jamaican, man, bro. He was like almost every single thing of Caribbean. My biological father was dark skinned like me, so I never got a chance to meet him. But other than that, man, we spiritual people, man, we just need to move off grid, yo. We need to move off grid. Why the fuck we paying money for an earth that was free for human citizens? Even animals are fucking free on planet Earth, but not human citizens. I wish the people around me locally understood this shit, but it'll be like talking to brick walls to them. I just know I'm moving off grid, soul family. So if you want to move off grid, hit me up in the inbox. Have a group chat ready. Or I can have the group chat ready myself. We moving off grid, man. Fuck the USA flag. Fuck Norway. Fuck Finland. Fuck all these European influenced slave owner countries. Fuck colonization. Fuck the damn colonizers that fucking stripped Africans and Caribbean people to not know who the fuck they are. These fucking Europeans hate they hate my damn culture so damn much. You know, my culture is in the African countries, Caribbean countries. These fucking white supremacy draconian reptilians, they hate my culture so damn much. My culture is not this fucking British, Canadians, and American bullshit. If you a melanated Afro hair person, your culture is African and Caribbean, yo. Come on, man. But that's all I'm gonna say, man. We gotta move off grid, spiritual people.